You are listening to a 10-minute play, Untitled by MJ Moneymaker, brought to you by the Bechdel Group. On a screen is the live footage that Mariday is recording. Journalist Harper Benson holding a small gift bag in one hand and her cell phone to her ear in another.
She committed to a full sit-down interview. 10 minutes. What do I tell my producers? Right? No, she's God. She gets called in at the drop of a hat. No. It took years to get this interview. I'll take 10 minutes.
Cinematographer, or better known as Harper's bitch, Mariday, enters and drops her huge bag of equipment on the floor. A hollow thunk echoes.
Where do I set up?
Did you bring the body cam?
Yes.
Great. We're going to have to use that. God's agent just called to tell me she can only give us 10 minutes of her time.
Mariday unzips her bag, pulls out equipment. It looks almost like it's too heavy for her. Harper pulls out her moleskin notebook and flips pages.
This screws with my whole interview plan, to reel her in and get her comfortable, and then bam, hit her hard with questions. Then once I got her frustrated to the point where she'd just answer to get it over with, I'd try to weasel predictions for 2016 out of her.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
I don't have the time to execute it with only 10 minutes.
Harper's cell phone buzzes. She ignores it.
You're not going to get that.
I definitely want to ask her about the Powerball numbers. I've bought like 50 tickets. What do you think?
Harper's cell phone buzzes. She ignores it again.
Fine, you're right. It's selfish. But God's selfish and egotistical. Oh, that's what I'll ask her about. Mariday, what do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Why aren't you more excited about this?
Mariday stops what she's doing.
I don't like her.
Mariday goes back, setting up her equipment for the shoot. Harper's cell phone buzzes.
You don't like God? What don't you like about her?
Points to her cell phone.
I think you should answer that.
Gwen, we're almost set up. What? 5 minutes late. She's taking calls for an earthquake in the Philippines. Sure, we'll see her then.
Harper paces. Mariday holds out a handheld microphone. Harper takes it, looking around. She gives commentary into the microphone where Mariday turns on the camera and checks levels.
Heaven has the worst views of Earth I've ever seen, but Andromeda looks amazing. And Black Eye, I didn't realize how intimidating it is. At least we've gotten a free trip to heaven out of all of this.
At least. Your levels are good.
Mariday pulls out a white cardboard sheet and hands it to Harper. Harper takes it and holds it up.
It took days for me to find her favorite candy. Those squeeze pop candy tubes, I got her 3 flavors. How's my hair? Does this color work? It's really smoky up here.
Everything's set. You look great.
Mariday takes the white cardboard and puts it with the equipment.
Can't you show a little enthusiasm?
Mariday clips the camera to the jib, puts her headphones around her neck.
Sure. Why do you want to interview God?
Mariday checks she's recording. Harper speaks into the microphone.
I don't know. She just knows how to get in my head. She has this sultry voice that just makes me melt.
It sounds like you have the hots for God.
A very tall God enters on her cell phone. She's wearing an orange tuxedo with top hat and ruffled shirt.
Gwen, I'm here. Yes, I have my alarm set for 5 minutes. Chica, you're speaking to God. It'll be fine.
God walks over and gives Harper and Mariday a welcome kiss on both cheeks. Then silence. Harper is suddenly at a loss for words, starstruck.
How about I give you a tour of heaven, my home away from home? I liken it to Camp David for the United States president.
God walks. Harper and Mariday don't move.
Harper, Mariday, we're walking.
Mariday snaps out of it. She runs to get in front of God. She raises the jib high because of God's height. She looks off balance. Harper gets in step with God.
Tell me about what you're wearing.
Is that a gift for me? I love gifts. Sometimes I get more sacrifices than I know what to do with, but I appreciate the intent. It makes me feel good.
God stops and extends a hand for the gift bag. Harper hands it to her.
I was able to find your favorite candy.
How tempting! I love it. I'm currently trying a vegan diet, but when I finish it, this will be my first treat.
That vegan diet has you looking fabulous in that tux.
Chica, that's so sweet.
Harper blushes. God looks around. Spotlight reveals a bench.
Mariday, Why don't you use that bench to stand on? You look like you're going to fall over.
Thank you.
Can we start over? I need to start over. Mariday, are you still rolling?
Mariday nods.
This is Harper Benson reporting live from heaven with God. Your agent said you were fielding calls. How many do you get in a day?
Billions? Who knows? Without my Gwen, I'd run around like a chicken without a head.
It's good to know that even God has her weaknesses.
Definitely. I'm a big picture thinker. I need help with the details.
Some people, like Mariday, don't like you. Do you think you're misunderstood?
Mariday looks mortified. She drops the camera waist high and is now recording God's chest.
Mariday, baby girl, you have my heart. I get it. I can't be loved by everyone.
But I've heard you say there is only one God.
Of course, there is only one of me to worship.
Isn't that a little egocentric?
What's wrong with confidence?
Mariday adjusts the camera, focuses on Harper.
Nothing, I guess. I had these lists of questions.
I know.
Of course you do. Which ones would you like to answer?
I'm not perfect, but I try to make mistakes well.
Mistakes? Is that what you call humans?
All-seeing, all-knowing does not mean not flawed.
How so if you know everything, then make judgment? I think it's bullshit.
Mariday, we're guests.
On the screen is a smiling God. Mariday looks down at her camera, puzzled.
Life is beta, my dear.
God's cell phone rings. Ringtone, Watch Me by Silento. God dances the nay-nay.
That song gets me every time. It's Gwen, reminding me of our time limit.
Then we should keep this moving. One of the questions I ask all my guests. Do you have any regrets?
2. Writing that creation story. I had no idea that so many would buy into a tree of knowledge and a talking snake. I shouldn't complain, though. The Bible is the most sold book on the planet.
And the second?
I don't know if I want to put that one on the record.
Well, it's only between friends. We're friends now, right?
I really like those earrings that you're wearing. I'm going to have to get a pair.
Harper takes hers off.
Take them. I know how busy you are.
Thank you.
God puts on the earrings. The latch on one gives her trouble.
Oh, let me.
Harper helps with the earrings. It's flirtatious.
About those Powerball tickets, you don't need them.
I don't.
Mariday clears her throat.
Oh, right. We don't have much time. Back to that regret.
Imagination. I wish I had more of an imagination.
God points to the other galaxies.
Those galaxies look so much more interesting than the Milky Way.
Harper's still close to God. God's melancholy, drawing her in.
But the Milky Way has its own beauty, like you.
Harper's phone buzzes. Then God's ringtone, Watch Me. Then everything shakes. Mariday falls from the bench.
I think we should wrap this up.
Any new words to tell your adoring audience for 2016?
Take care of each other.
Lights out. Screen is still on, showing images of people helping people, even in the worst places.
Fantastic.
David, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This play was written for one of the Bechdel Group's 24-hour writing challenges, where we give a group of 10 playwrights 24 hours to write a 10-minute play that passes the Bechdel test along specific parameters. This group's assignment was to incorporate the idea of new in some way, since they were written for the new year in 2016.
To pass the Bechdel test, a project must have 2 female characters who both have names, who have a conversation that is not about a man. For more information on our work, look us up at www.thebechdelgroup.com.
Yeah!